Hi there, friendo. I am making a video. That is what I'm doing. I hope I'm making a video, or else this will be very difficult to edit. So, two things. This video is inspired by my last video, because in the middle of it I kind of went on a tangent about people I think are cool, and it ended up being more tangent than video, so I was like, this is a bad plan. Also, I'm really hot. I'm gonna take this off. So I decided that that was not a good thing to put in the video, but I wanted to do the tangent anyway. The other thing that you need to know before I make this video is that it's going to start out seeming like a downer video. And I promise it's not. It's actually a really nice video. It just has there's a reason that I'm making it. I had a conversation that I feel like is one of the saddest things I've ever talked about with one of my friends. We hung out a couple nights ago, and we just had like a good time. We just relaxed and we hung out, we watched the bad Star Wars prequels. It was great. And afterwards we were telling each other how much fun it was. This would be like a really nice conversation about how we enjoy being around each other, but it actually was about how we hadn't had a lot of chances to just enjoy ourselves in a really long time. So, for the past 7 months, no, probably like 9 months, I haven't really had a chance to just talk to my friends like a normal person and not feel this weird emotional pressure, because first I was dating my ex, and they pressured me so hard to be happy that I ironically cried every time I saw them. Self-fulfilling prophecy, am I right, social psychology students? And then after we broke up, I had this friend, and it got really stressful because I also felt this pressure to have certain emotions and to not just express myself however I wanted. And so while we were talking about this, I really thought about how much I value friendships in which I can just be myself, and sometimes those aren't really where you'd expect them to be. This video is about internet friends. I have had a lot of internet friends, and probably that started around when I was 12. At the time, I really didn't like the phrase internet friends. It really bothered me because a lot of people would discount it at the time and say, well, you don't know the person in real life, and that really bothered me, so I didn't like the term. As I've gotten older, a lot more people have had internet friends, and so it doesn't really have the same negative connotation, because there are people who have long-distance friends who they only talk to on Facebook. There are people who've met people online who are really close but they don't meet in person. There's people who've met each other on Tinder and then they've become friends. Like that's ever happened to anyone. I deleted that from my phone. Oops. So my first internet friends were all off of a service called Quizazz or Quotive, depending on when you were using it. It changed names. And I was a fanfiction and writer and quiz maker on there. I went by Magical Girl Calorie, and a lot of people thought it was cool what I did, and I ended up meeting several people. I had a friend named Anita, who I met because I read one of her stories and it had my birth name in it, so we like laughed about that, and we became really good friends. I had two friends, Pian and Yan, who were both really popular, or they didn't have as big of a following, but they had a lot of really, really loyal fans. And so we were friends. We enjoyed a lot of the same things. It was really great. I had my friend Kitty, who was really, really wonderful. She is from Mongolia, and she was just a lot of fun to talk to. Also, there was the person who found my personal information and wanted me to join a creepy internet gang. And I don't know what to say about that. That was kind of weird. I mean, it was kind of weird. It was really weird. I also had a few other friends. One of my friends was Lisa. A lot of the friends I've had when I was younger and when I was into fanfiction, I haven't really talked to as an adult, which is sad because I still look at their Facebooks, I think about them a lot, I think about how cool they were. But also I think that it's fair that we have our own lives, and we had a lot of good memories talking online. Among my current online friends, there are people who I've met who I can't really explain how I met them. So that's my friends like Zach. He calls me Princess all the time. He only lives a state over. We should probably meet up, but we're both really busy and we just haven't. But he's really cool and we talk a lot. I have a friend Sarah. She's really great. She's really talented, but it's unlikely we'll ever get to meet in person, and that's sad, but it doesn't mean that I don't value knowing these people, even so. Then the second group of people who I have as my internet friends now are people who I've met at conventions, but because of where we live or some other reason, we haven't really, we don't really have a chance to hang out outside of online, which I don't mind that. I still get to see them if I go to conventions. I still get to enjoy the fact that they exist. And that's my friends. Like, I have a friend, Jake. He's really cool. I met him at Annie Minneapolis a couple years ago, and he's kind of like the male version of me. He's just as much of an edgelord. I have my friend, Emma, and they're really great. I think Emma's incredible, but we only got to meet really briefly at a convention, and even though they live a state over, it's really difficult for us to be in the same place at the same time. Other friends I have, there's a lot. I have a friend, Orion. He's fantastic. He is so much fun to be around, but he lives like 500 miles away from me, so we're not realistically going to hang out outside of cons. But I still think these people are awesome, and I am so happy that I get to hear about their lives and share my life with them, even if we only get to see each other on rarer occasions. They're really great. I fully endorse them. Don't stalk my profile and add random people on Facebook. No, that's bad. The third group of people who are currently my online friends are people who I have met specifically from cosplaying or from my YouTube or things like that, and there are several of them. Some of them are off and on because I just kind of disappear. I get really stressed about answering messages sometimes because I feel like I feel like people want me to be really great, and I'm like, I'm not great. I'm not great. But among them, these are the people I kind of went on tangents about, and so I had to make a different video. I have this friend, John. I think it's really cool that we're friends because we are basically the complete opposite on politics. Which is fine, because he doesn't disrespect me, and I don't disrespect him, and he isn't going around like, I want to kill your family, which some people who have similar politics to me have told me. Not naming names, but I might have dated that person. Bad. But I do think it's really cool because John is a genuinely cool person. We get along really well, we have fun conversations. He posts funny memes. Like, I don't care if they're conservative memes and I'm not conservative, they're hilarious, and I just, like, It's nice seeing a variety of memes from all over the political spectrum, because politics is a joke. Confirmed. No, but it's really a delight seeing him comment on my posts, and he comments on a lot of things that I post, and it's always really, really... It's so warm! I forgot the opposite of disheartening. And so I was like, how do I say that it hearts me? No, but it really, really brightens my day. That's the word that I'm looking for. And I don't know, it really cheers me up, especially because who would have thought, like, if we had met in person, we might not have been friends is the thing. Like, we might have just instantly been like, no, cannot do that. But we are friends because we're both cool people. No, I'm not cool. But we don't base our friendship off of really arbitrary things, I guess. Respect for other people. Mutual respect is great. Studies have shown. There are two other people I wanted to mention in this video, though. Other people who I've met either through YouTube or through cosplaying. One of those people is named Thor. It sounds like I'm just making people up. It's my girlfriend from Canada. You'll never meet her. No, but my friend Thor, he's really cool. We've talked a lot. I really want to message him because he messaged me. It's been like a month. And I'm just like, it's been a month, now I can never message again, oh no. I ruined it. But he's been following my content for a really long time. He's always been really encouraging about different things, and he's supported me in a lot of the different phases I went through in content creation, which is great because I'm trying to be more consistent now, but historically I have not done a great job of that. But we've talked for a couple years now, I think, and it's always just been, it's been really good having people who I know support me regardless. My third friend I really want to talk about is this guy. His name's Daniel, and he is awesome. He tells me a lot about his life. He's really into a lot of cool things. Like, he does a lot of role-playing games, and I only get to do a little bit of that because it's hard to organize those things, and all of my friends who live nearby me are also really, really busy with school. And I do occasionally play RPGs with my friends who I moved away from, but it's like once every 3 months. So I get to live vicariously through Daniel, which is awesome. He's a really positive person. Pretty much every message he sends to me, I don't think he's ever said anything mean to me. Ever. Which is crazy, because most people I know, like, if you know someone for a certain amount of time, there's a good probability that at some point you will say something that will make them unhappy. And I mean with Daniel, I mean with all of these people, I don't think that there's anything that they've said that's made me feel like, oh no, I'm terrible, or has really discouraged me. I don't think any of them have ever said, don't make videos, your videos are terrible. I mean, I don't know if I would be friends if they said that, but still. Here's the thing about the third group of my online friends. I genuinely don't believe that there should be anyone in your life who you will never question anything they say. I think that it's okay. Like, I love the YouTuber Jenny Nicholson, but there are things that she said that I don't 100% agree with, And that's okay, because I don't base my beliefs off of what people say. And so when I talk about this third group of people, I guess what I'm going for is that they have a lot of respect for me, and I have a lot of respect for them, but they don't, like, idolize me in any way. They listen to what I have to say, and then they judge it for themselves. And that's how online friendship should be. No one should, like, watch a YouTube video and be like, well, I didn't think that, but now I do. Ray is right. We should eat Pikachu for lunch. Oh my god, I sound like a scene kid. 2019. This is a bad tangent. In a video of tangents, this is the bad tangent. All of these people are really special to me in their own ways, and I value them a lot, and they're all really, really great. But just because I'm talking about them doesn't mean that they're the only people who matter to me. There are plenty of other people who comment on my YouTube videos. There are plenty of other people who care about me online. And that's, I guess, the final message of this video, is that, like, obviously I make zero profit off of YouTube. Like, I'm just a small content creator. And I really do create these things because people are really, really cool to me. And I think it's really fun to message back and forth with people and create different types of content and see what people like. And I just enjoy everything about, like, my interactions with people, except the people who tell me to die. That's kind of mean. I'm living for it. I have to scrape my windshield. I think that's actually... I know in my last video we put, like, all of our favorite inside jokes, but I think my favorite one is, I have to scrape my windshield, which particularly means I'm living for it. Oh my god, I love it. And it's hard to explain why that is. It's just because I'm a trip. Okay. I love you so much. Goodbye! Also, in my last video, I showed it to a friend, and they said, every single time you start a clip, you flip your hair. And that has ruined making videos for me forever. Shut down the channel. I'm gonna flip my hair, because that's how I make scenes in videos. According to my friends. Blooper reel.